welcome to week 8 of the CRL3 season. We got the tourney going on here, so going right into it, we got Luke versus Caleb. Now, you guys have already seen the bracket. Let's pull it up again real quick after this. There it is. There's our bracket right there. First up is Luke versus Caleb. So, yeah, Caleb's going to score the first point there. We got Mock versus Rex. So Caleb's going to be in lane 4, and Luke is in lane 2. So, yeah, we're getting right into the swing of things. So we got Nuke versus Cosmic Coop. Nuke is the CRL2 MVP. See if he can pull it off. And he does pull it off there. Look at that. Nuke will score a point for Luke, keeping things alive here. Now, we got Mako versus Tokyo. Mako is the new roster addition for Luke's team. But it's not enough. Yeah, not enough. But yeah, let's get another look at that bracket real quick. Just giving you a nice little extended look at the next couple of matchups. So Caleb will go on to face the winner of this matchup here. We got Colin versus Ermine. Now, the scoreboard looks a little bit different. Just the name. Only the names look a little bit different, obviously, because they are just different style, which I personally enjoy. Looks a lot nicer. I mean, it looks a lot less bland. Because a nice little abstract look there. But Ermine strikes first. We got Senator versus Red Force here. And there they go. And Ermine will score another point. Let's see if Ermine can pull off the sweep. Now, Ermine has kind of been on like a redemption arc, honestly. He's been, just getting the job done this later half of the season. I mean, obviously, we still got 8 more weeks left. I mean, it's just the halfway point. But, I mean, no one is eliminated from playoffs, and no one is clinched playoffs. I mean, I think we're not going to be seeing that for actually a later while there. Just like that, Ermine claims a spot in the next round. He will be facing Caleb, and that will count for a win this week. For those who are unfamiliar to how this tournament works, is that only the first round counts for your regular season total, and the rest is just for fun. So, next up, we got Lane versus Brendan. We got Geoterra versus Mohawk in this first one. Lane in lane 2, and Brendan in lane 4. So Brendan's going to strike first here, scoring that first point. So, if you're Luke, you're going to want Brendan to win this. You're going to want Brendan to win this, Drew to lose to Peyton, and Isaac to lose to Braden, which, if everything does not go the way that he wants, right now it seems to be going his way, but if it doesn't go how he wants, then he's going to be in last place again. Obviously tied for last place, but technically he would be in last due to alphabetical order. But Lane is starting to come back here. Well, actually, I mean, it's not really a comeback, but he scored 1 point. But who knows? This could be the end right here. And no, it's tied up. So just like that, Luke's nightmare scenario has come to fruition. Let's see what happens here. We got Fizz versus Locomotive. Locomotive has never won a game, and it's going to stay that way. Locomotive is not going to win. So, sorry about that, but Lane is going to win. So, not the end of the world for Luke, but he's going to need Peyton to clutch up here. So, we got Peyton versus Drew. We got Ultima versus Mike Wazowski. Ultima in lane 2, and Mike Wazowski in lane 4. So, Drew is going to strike first with Mike Wazowski. They're always a reliable car. Never really seems to lose. I mean, I don't even know how you plan for that. But Velvet versus Bottleneck. Bottleneck scores again. This is not looking good for Peyton or Luke for that matter. But, yeah, I don't even know how you prep for Mike Wazowski because, he's pretty good. Peyton barely scoring a point there with Manta, so he's still in this. If this goes anything like it did for Lane, then Peyton's going to come out on top. But we got Bolt versus Yellow Shy Guy. And things are looking up. If you are Peyton or Luke, you are having a great time right now. But not to rain on your parade, you do not win by getting the 2 points. Because Shy Guy versus Renegade, and just to expand on that, Shy Guy will beat Renegade. So, unfortunately, not a very good scenario for Luke right here. He's currently in last place now of the Northeast Division. So we got Landon versus Grant. Last time we saw these two, I believe, going up against each other was in the squad skirmish. So pretty exciting divisional matchup here. Means a lot more than any normal matchup, obviously. But it's 1-1 now. They're trading back and forth. Maybe they can establish something here. Robot. Now, Robot's had some trouble hitting the buzzers, but, I mean, if it's not... Okay, yeah, like that. If it's not a really crazy tiebreaker, then and you can obviously see that he scored before the other one, then it's a lot easier, but I think we're going to need a solution to that, so I'm going to call in a solution for that. But, yeah, so tied here. Match point, we got Stinger versus Compact. Now, I haven't really seen Stinger do a whole lot, so... And I'm wrong, so I'm wrong again. So Stinger, I will actually get Landon going on to the next round. Good for Landon. Good for him. So, yeah. Our bracket right now is looking like Caleb versus Ermine, Drew versus Lane, and Landon is going to face whoever wins this. So we got Isaac versus Braden. Best case scenario for Luke here is Isaac loses, but you never know. Magnum will beat Blaze 2.0. We got Isaac in lane 2 and Braden in lane 4. We got Toad versus Laser. Let's see how this goes. Down they go, and Toad will score another point for Isaac. Could this be 3 and out for Braden? Just absolute destruction of Braden's team. Double shot will score for Braden. That is great for Braden. Good to see that. We got AJ Brown versus Dragonfly. What will happen? And Braden's going to tie it up. Braden could win this, you know? You never expect it. This could be an upset. But again, you don't win by making it to a tiebreaker. So Falcon versus Joker, and it doesn't happen. So basically everything bad that could happen this week for Luke happened. So sorry, Luke. Sorry, Braden. But Isaac's moving on to the next round, the face Landon. Next up, we got Ben Roth versus Kian. Now, Kian was recently 6-0, but then week 7 struck, and his cars just couldn't stay on the track. So he is now 6-1, looking for a 7th win. Obviously, his division's kind of garbage, so he is still in first place by multiple wins. But we got Neon versus Jester here. Ben Roth in lane 2, Kian in lane 4, and Neon will score for Ben Roth. Tying things up here, but I mean, if there's only 3 points, the tie doesn't mean that much. But Vampiro versus Cyberpunk, and Ben will strike again. So, if this goes anything how I remember the last 2 matchups going, we're either going to see a comeback win, or Kian's going to score here, which he does, but then choke in the final thing here. So basically what I'm saying is that one team will score. So, if you didn't know that already. But that team will be Kian. So breaking that little streak of coming back and then just choking at the very end. Kian will be going on to the next round to play whoever wins this last one. We got Alex versus Ben Cressman. 2 teams in the same divisional matchup here. We got X4 versus Koopa Troopa. Alex in lane 2. Ben Cressman in lane 4. Alex rocking the darker blue this time around. It's always great to see. Looks a lot nicer than that light blue, but we got Clockwork versus Bowser. And, I mean, was that not obvious? Anyone who's watched Clockwork knows that that was just going to be an easy win right there. Fiat versus Blue Shy Guy. Now, another redemption arc has been Fiat. I just love seeing Fiat win. And, oh my gosh, he got that. I just love seeing Fiat win. It's Fiat and Ermine are 2 teams that are just... I want them to redeem themselves. So, I would love to see Ermine in the playoffs this season. He didn't make it last season, but there's always room for change. But now we got Caleb versus Ermine in the second round. So, True Blue versus Han Solo, 2 very great cars. 2 of maybe both teams' fastest cars. But Caleb's going to strike first with a win from True Blue. So, yeah. Now we got Rex versus Senator, 2 very golden-looking cars. So, good to see that, I guess. But Rex is going to score. This could be a 3-0 sweep right here, as opposed to a 2-0 sweep, because, that's totally a thing. But we got Cosmic Coupe versus Crimson, and it's over before I even get to finish it. So Caleb will be advancing on to the third round, basically conference finals. I mean, there's no conference, but we got Lane versus Drew. Fun little divisional matchup here. Those past two matchups have been divisionals, so, fun little heated rivalries there. I'm not sure how much they hate each other, but yeah, we got Lane versus Drew. Lane in lane 2, Drew in lane 4. Mike Wazowski strikes in the 4. We got Water Taxi versus Bottleneck. 2 water-related cars. One carries water and one goes on the water. But the other has wheels, but obviously those wheels are pretty useless considering that Bottleneck just crapped on them. We got Bubble versus Poltergeist, 2 very cars that hate each other. But, Poltergeist is just going to pull it off. And, yeah. So, Drew is going to advance to the next round to face Caleb in the quote-unquote conference championship. But first, we got Landon versus Isaac. So, Landon's actually pretty good at upsetting the teams he shouldn't beat and then just choking and losing to the teams that he should beat. So, who knows what'll happen. But Isaac's going to strike first. He could also just fall on his face and lose here, but you never know. You never know. We got Ace and Toad. So, yeah. All right, Ace scores. I mean, Landon's like me in badminton. Sometimes I can hit a good serve, and sometimes it just fall on my face and just can't serve at all. Robot has the little extension there, like I said, and that is enough to prove that he can finish there. So, that'll hit the thing for him. Doesn't give him any advantage, obviously, because it's not forward, it's just over the car, so it actually can hit it. But Isaac's going to tie things up here. This is getting pretty interesting. Who knows what'll happen? We got Stinger versus Eagle. Sorry, I almost said Falcon. The Falcon and Eagles are actually brothers, by the way. In case you didn't know, I mean, they look very similar. Yeah, so Landon's actually going to win here. Like I said, upsetting teams, I don't think he should be upsetting, but you never know. So next up, we got Alex versus Kian. Looking good here. We got Wario versus X4. Kian in lane 2, Alex in lane 4. If this went anything like it did the last time these two teams faced off, Alex is going to score 2 points early and then fall on his face for the next 3 while Kian just laughs in his face. Yeah, Clockwork's going to get it in there, but if history repeats itself, obviously, but I mean, Fiat, my goat, maybe he'll just clutch up here. You never know. You never know. You never know. Oh my gosh. Fiat, the GOAT right there. He is on his redemption arc, like I said, making it to the conference championship against the winner. Or no, not the winner of anyone. He's just going up against Landon. Sorry about that. We got Caleb versus Drew now. True Blue versus Mike Wazowski. Let's see what happens. True Blue's going to win here. Now, I don't know how similar Caleb's lineup is to when they faced in squad skirmish, but last time they faced, Caleb did sweep Drew. So if, I don't think it's the same lineup, but it very well could be. So, you never know. You never know. Cosmic Coupe versus Poltergeist. Poltergeist kind of shocked us last time, beating Bubble. And he'll shock us again, even though he stumbled a little bit. He lands right back on his feet, scoring a point there. So Caleb's not going to sweep, but we got Tokyo versus Yellow Shy Guy. Obviously, Drew's got some catching up to do, though. And he just can't catch up. Looked like he was going to win there, but Tokyo just speeded up very quickly there. So Caleb's going to win. He's going to play whoever wins this one. So we got Landon versus Alex. So 2 teams I did not expect to see here, but I'm happy to see it. 2 teams that are very great and I love. We got Tsunami versus X4, Landon in lane 2, Alex in lane 4, and Landon strikes first with Tsunami getting it in there. Hopefully, we got Ace versus Clockwork. I mean, is this even a question? Clockwork wins. Yeah, didn't even have to see it. I closed my eyes for that one because he's just so fast. We got Robot versus Fiat. Hopefully, Fiat's Linsanity run can continue here, and it doesn't. I didn't even get to finish my sentence because I messed it up. dang it. We got Blue Bolt versus Blitz. Let's see what happens here. Oh my gosh. So sorry, Alex, but all that for nothing. But I mean, he got one win today, so I'm sure that does something great for the standings, I think. I mean, obviously winning over your rival probably does something. So we got Caleb versus Landon for this last matchup here. Now we got Tsunami versus True Blue. Now, if you'll notice, the scoreboard looks a lot cooler now. It's because these are our last two teams, and they deserve a better scoreboard. So True Blue scores the first point of the matchup here. We got Ace versus T-Rex. Now also it's flipped, so Landon is in lane 2 and Caleb is in lane 4. So Rex scores another point. This could be a sweep here, but we got Robot versus Cosmic Coop. So let's see. It looks like Cosmic Coop got it in there, so not going to be a sweep, but see if Landon can bring it back here. We got Blue Bolt versus Tokyo. And it is just not enough. So Caleb is going to be your CRL3 tourney winner. Here's the team here. Here's those 3 winners and the other 2 teammates behind them. Falcon really didn't get that much gameplay behind him, but he still did it. So, yeah, if you'll take a look here, here's all of the actual Week 8 rankings, all of the actual losses that will count towards your record. So, yeah, thank you for watching, and have a great night.